Tony, how you doing?
Let you know if we don't play the bottom of the ninth.
For old time's sake. Tony, obviously you're locked in on, you have a good ball club winning. Is there any extra emotion associated with playing your former team?
Well, it's definitely a different series. And it's, I analogize it to, games against Jim Leland, who's a great friend, like a brother, and it's uncomfortable. It's distracting. So what you got to do is you got to tune it out. Be glad when the 3 games are over, but I know they're going to take their best shot and we got to take ours. But, I know it's a different series.
Just for old time's sake, do you have any interest in yelling at me? I'm just curious.
Yelling at them?
Yelling at me. It's Jim Hayes.
Oh, I was just. Well, yeah, I have interest in it, but since I'm in my Phil Mickelson, where I'm slowing it down and staying calm, I'm going to restrain myself.
Fair enough. Thank you, sir.
You see it, Jim.
Frank Guzmano. You are mute, Frank.
Sir, Tony, I'd love to get your thoughts on managing against Mike Shildt, a guy you know, and your impressions of him and your emotions on this one.
Well, I'm going to, I'm not getting into the emotion except to say, be glad when it's over. But, Mike, when he first joined the organization, it was within a year that everybody on our big league staff knew that he was special. I mean, he's got the desire to learn. He's a pup out of George Kissel, and the way he advanced through the system as a manager, winning everywhere. It's no surprise. I mean, this guy's very special. He gets guys to play. They play the game right. Success speaks for itself. So, there's no chance to outmanage him. It's not going to happen. I'm more worried the other way around.
Thank you, sir.
Martin Kilcoyne.
Hey, Tony, give me an idea, being back in the dugout, how much fun are you having this year with this team? And am I on video here? Sorry. Tony, how much fun are you having this year with this team? And is there ever any time you say, oh man, I don't know if I needed this? Has it ever been stressful?
Well, I've told some friends, day one spring training to the day, I've never had the first regret. It's the only thing I know how to do. I'm very fortunate to get this opportunity with this team. And the answer is that, it sounds a little corny, but they inspire me on a daily basis because not just their talent, but they've got great spirit. We just played a series in New York where, had really brutal losses on Friday and Sunday, but the fact that we came back and played so hard Sunday, the spirit on this team matches its talent. We just got to keep improving. So, I'm really enjoying coming to the park just to watch them compete and watch them grow.
Jim Hayes.
Tony, was this what you expected? And, I think I know the answer, but baseball is baseball. Obviously, some little things change along the way. Just your impression of being back, was it what you expected? And is the game at its core still baseball, the same?
I had the opportunity of being upstairs to, be, whether it was with Arizona, a lot with Boston, 1 year with LA. I knew all about the different sources of information that are available now. So that was not strange. Getting down and actually trying to put it together with traditional kind of, strategy, who pitches, when you pitch, game stuff. I just think it's a wonderful time because the information, there's a lot of really good stuff. You just have to, and we have a really terrific staff. You need to blend it, man. You can't let it cloud, what your instincts are and what you're observing, but you don't want to give the Heisman either. There's some very helpful stuff. And that is different from, 2011 and before.
Thank you.
Bruce Levine.
Tony, even though you'll be managing to win tomorrow like you do every night, will you be able to look at the aesthetic symmetry of Giolito versus Flaherty and enjoy that part of it as a baseball fan?
Got me, man. I thought you were talking about Joe West. You got me. No, I think, I know Mike didn't arrange it. I mean, neither did we, but it's going to be a special day, and I know both teams want to present their starting pitcher with a lot of offense, a lot of defense. So it'll be a classic competition. Looking forward to it.
You think you have any advantage with having your pitching coach in the dugout? I mean, obviously your hitters have to be the ones to make the difference, but is there any advantage to having Katz in your dugout tomorrow?
Well, I think Ethan is outstanding, but I mean, how can you be better than 8-0? That's what Flaherty is right now. So Mike Maddox is one of the best pitching coaches of all time. So I don't think there's an advantage. I think Lucas for us and Jack for them, they're going to be coached as good as you can get coached.
Brad McGuffey.
Tony, off of that, and I asked Jack this not that long ago, but the two guys it's not going to affect how they pitch, but to have Ethan in your dugout, knowing that these two guys go way back as childhood friends, their high school coaches flying in for the game, it's just the rarity of having that in this sport in a regular season matchup. I mean, I don't know if it's something that you can appreciate, but it's just one of those cool things that happens very, I don't know, once every maybe decade. Can you appreciate that for these guys to have that kind of moment in a regular season game?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you got to be totally oblivious to it all to miss the significance of that. I mean, it is historic, and I just try to put myself in the place of the two pitchers. They're going to have to really work hard to, concentrate, control their emotions. I'm sure they will. Ethan's probably the one that's going to be the most had the hardest job because, as I said, our teammates and their teammates, Mike Shildt, myself, we're all going to be coaches. We're going to try to have our guy be the winner. But yeah, it's a unique day, and like I say, Ethan, I know he wants the White Sox to win, but he may be hoping that we win 1-0.
Vinny Duber.
Tony, I'm curious, do your current feelings on managing against the Cardinals remind you of your past feelings managing against the White Sox when you were in Oakland and in St. Louis?
Yeah. It was it's the same thing. There are people in that organization that I was very close to a long time. There are people that were with the White Sox that still are. That, I mean, when you're friends, you're friends, and that's I use the best analogy I use every time is Jim Leland. If you're really friends, you don't want your friends to have a bad day, but that's why you're glad when the 3 games are over. But you do your best you can. That's what you're obligated to do. It's not comfortable. I'd rather compete against strangers.